Well, hello there, folks. This is Papa G, your compost gardening CEO, is back with another soaking in a hot tub of water video intro. When I was a schoolboy coming home from school, I thought I saw boredom around the hills and mounts. Steady hoop, steady hollering around the merry streets. With a rang-tang-tang and a ting-ting-ting and a through the way, a bow-wow-wow and a moo-moo-moo and a heap of people that I do know. And through the way we run, play ball, and through the way we would run. How you folks doing today? Hey, I'm back with the soaking in a hot tub of water video today. I hope you guys are faring well. I am, as you can tell. This is one of my favorite things to do. Soaking in a hot tub of water. Well, one of them. This is one of my favorite things to do, y'all. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. Stay around, stick around to the end. What might happen, you never know. Anyway, guys, this is one of my favorite things to do. At times when I might feel lonely, not very, but as I might feel lonely and sometimes blue. Before I get too deep into it, depression, well, this is one of my favorite things that I do. Soaking in a hot tub of water. Yes, indeed. As you can see from the thumbnail with Mr. Bubble close at hand. Anyway, guys, this is one of my favorite things to do when I might be feeling kind of low, with only up the way I can go. Anyway, I like to take a hot soaking tub of water bath. Nice hot soaking tub. I'm sweating right now. And I hadn't been long gotten in here, but I'm sweating already. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys one of the things that I like to do. You ain't got to fall all the way down into depression. Just figure out something that you like to do that will kind of, keep you above water, so to speak. Like my head is right now, above water. Yeah, just do one of your favorite things that you like to do and pass some time. And the next thing you know, you have arrived at a new hour, which hopefully it will give you more power. Power for what? Power to keep carrying on. Power to allow your feelings to get back to where you want them and where they belong. Hey, power to succeed. Power to keep going. Power to last a while longer. Instead of allowing yourself to fall into deep depression and end up doing something that you may not want to do, not really, and not in real life, you wouldn't want to do crazy things. And so just take time to do something that you really enjoy, something that you know will get you to a road, a path a little further down the road, and get you past that rough spot that you might be feeling, and allow you to carry on until the next time you will need to do something that you love to do, that will help you to carry on further. Just another golden nugget. As Go Black says, another golden nugget, another golden nugget to get you further down the road. And it's best you pick it up. But if you don't want to pick it up, hey, you got the right in your own mind to kick it to the side. That's right. But I hope you'll take it up. I try to give good pointers on my videos. I don't just create videos just to try to get monetized and try to make money. I mean, that's a byproduct of what I want to achieve. I want to have impact on individuals' lives with one good point or another. Hey, watch my videos, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. And watch my videos all the way through to the end, because you never know what might happen in them, my friend. I'm glad you guys stopped by again to watch my video. And hopefully we both will win. Everybody that participates in my videos, that like them, share them, and subscribe to them, well then hopefully you'll receive good pointers to what will help take you to another place in time, another space of time that will allow you to be stronger about occupying your own mind, not giving in to unwanted thoughts that might hit your mind. You know, they hit all of our minds. Different things that we shouldn't be thinking about. And so the trick that I've learned to use, or the strategy, let me rephrase that. The strategy I have learned to use is to continually, as often as possible, to think right. Because when you think right, it'll give you a tight life when you think right. And so the more you can occupy your mind with your thoughts, which I hope will be good thoughts, because if you practice thinking bad thoughts all the time and wishing ill on people and doing things to cause havoc in people's lives without trying to make a good point. I mean, it's better to tell the truth. And, even if someone, that you tell it to, it might hurt their feelings. But if it's the truth, well then it's going to do them some good. Once that wound closes up, that, the truth may have inflicted. Because I believe that truth brings along healing within itself. And so if they take time to think about what you said, and they meditate on what you said, and line it up with scripture, the word, well then that truth that may have caused an injury to the person will begin to heal. Because as I said before, I believe that truth brings forth a healing. If there's a wound that's been inflicted, I believe it's for the purpose of healing to take place. And for the individual which heard the truth will be able to hopefully meditate on it, think about it, and research it. Research thinking good thoughts. See where it comes from. Because, hey, the Most High says that as a person thinks in their heart, so are they. And so it's very, very, very important to continuously think good thoughts and to meditate on them. Cause them to come into your mind on purpose. Those scriptures you may have read in your life, ask for the Most High to bring them back to your mind so that you may think what is right. You got to think right if you want to live tight. Think right, think right, think right, and live tight. Meditate on thinking right, and you'll have a tight life. When you think right, you get to live tight. Meditating on things that's right will give you a tight life. If you want a tight life, you gotta think right. And when you think right, you have a tight life. Overall, if you want a tight life, you gotta think right. So think right and live tight. All right. Take this advice, y'all. Take this advice and begin to think right. I'm 67. I'm 67, y'all. I've learned a few things over my life, and have been married for 35 years. And so I don't think that has occurred through me thinking a lot of bad thoughts. I contributed to the occurrence too, as a man or a person thinks in their heart. So are they. Hey, and so think right. If you want a tight life, you got to think right. Hey, and so that's what I'm doing right now. And this is what I'm doing whenever I get the urge or the desire, or I'll even say the need to want to take a long, hot, soaking bath. Well then, hey, I run me a tub of water and get in it. And the next thing I know, it'll be time to get out. And the times when I've done this, I believe I'm batting 100 on this. The times that I've done this, I've gotten out of the tub thinking better than I was before I got into it. And so, in order to keep yourself from getting into bad things, well then take the time. Think about it. Think about what you might like doing. And if it's running a tub of hot water, do that. If it's going for a long walk, do that. If it's going to do some exercising, do that. But don't allow yourself to fall into depression by some bad thought that may have hit your mind. Get it out of your mind and think good thoughts all the time on purpose. And I call this preemptive thinking. When you think good thoughts on purpose. That way you are avoiding the pitfalls of life because you're working hard at thinking right. So continue to think right, people, folks, my subscribers. Hey, and another way to think right is subscribing. Subscribe. If you've been coming back and watching my videos over and over and over, in which I can see in the analytics that people come back and watch my videos that had not subscribed. And so subscribe. It's free. I'm paying the price by creating a video. And all you have to do is push a button. See that subscribe button? Push it. Click it. Enjoy it. And then, when those bells pop up, ring the one that says all. Because as you can see, you probably want to see all of Pawpaw G's upload. Hey, I do a variety of videos working on entertaining my subscribers with something good. With something good. And so, you got to think right. By, first of all, subscribing. And then take notes from Pawpaw G. I'll drop some good bombs. Bombs of nuggets, y'all. Golden nuggets. And so just subscribe. Like. And share it with friends you think this would do some good. Allow them the chance to come in and watch Pawpaw G's videos. And you can just tell them that this is a video from the CEO of Compost Gardening. He just uploaded another video. So y'all take a look at this. You know, if you know somebody that's on drugs or that falls into depression or that it's like they're trapped and don't know a way out, send them a Pawpaw G video. Send them this one. And so that they will begin to do things that they love to do before they allow bad thoughts to come into their mind and they go to meditating on them. Hey, that's not for me and you. My subscribers have probably picked up enough at this point to avoid or evade or deny the entry of bad thoughts into their minds. And they are learning to do things that they love to do whenever they may be feeling downhearted or a good thought hadn't hit their mind that is true. Then take this advice and upload and subscribe to Pawpaw G's channel. This is good advice. A channel that you can hear good things on right now, possibly every day. Because I find a reason to upload a video every single day. And so subscribe, like, and share. First of all, hit the subscribe button. Like and share. And show that you care. And hey, watch Pawpaw G's videos when they come out. So you have them when they upload. You'll be able to say, hey, Pawpaw G has uploaded another video. The Compost Gardening CEO has uploaded another video. Yes, indeed, people. Yes, indeed. Pawpaw G has dropped another good seed So allow it to come into your mind and think about it. Think about it all the time. That you need to, whenever you're falling or you have felt falling into a lower state, well then upload one of Papa G's videos. I make good videos with good advice all the time. So take it to heart and don't let this good word depart, and continue to meditate on good thoughts. Hey, keep on going, y'all. This is one place that you can receive good thoughts from. Scentflix. That's the main name for my channel is Scentflix. CENTFLICKS. Scentflix. And this is the channel where Papa G shows up with good content, y'all. Good content. Whether it's compost gardening or just thinking right so that you have a tight life. Hey. So think right so you have a tight life, y'all. And this channel is the one that will always say something good. Will always say something good. And so continue, you guys, to think right so that you live a tight life when you think right. Yep. If a good thought hits your mind that you know is out of a scripture verse that hits your mind, and you know that it's out of the scripture, meditate on it. Take it apart. Put it back together. Meditate on it. Think right. Think about it. Anyway, guys, I've got this water pretty hot. But anyway, that's the way I like it. I like to have to run some cool water in it rather than have to keep running hot water in it. I'd rather have to run some cool water in it so that I think right. Give me more time to think right. Yes, indeed, folks. Yes, indeed. And I learned from another good content maker. Hey, look at me, include myself in that. Another good content maker, creator. I am Mara. Over in Kenya, Africa. He gave the advice that to the YouTubers around him, he tells them that don't create content that is sad and blue and dreary and weary, to make folks weary. Like when they get off work, he said they want to hear and listen to something and do something, enjoy something that will uplift them. Give them something. I say give them something good to think about. That's my saying now. Give them something good to think about. Not just creating content, empty content, but creating content that will help them to think right. Lead them into the land of right thinking. Think about it, y'all. Share this video with somebody you know might need it, which is almost everybody in this world today. We got to help each other to think right with the content we create. Think right so that their life will be esteemed to a higher plane. so that they can live tight. That's right. This is out of sight. Yep. If you know somebody that's falling into depression or that's falling into depression and they need something to uplift them, a way out, then share this video with them. Don't be selfish, keeping it to yourself. Don't be selfish. Be sharing and caring. Because those are the type of videos that Papa G uploads. The content gardener, the compost gardening CEO, uploads good videos. That's right. If you want to live tight, you got to continuously, on purpose, preemptively think right. Just like they're carrying on all these preemptive wars in the world, they had to think about that. Just think about it. The people had to think about what they did before they did it. And, so why not, instead of thinking a bad thought, some of you people who might be in those different countries, allow yourself to think good thoughts on purpose, purposefully, so that you think good thoughts all the time, like Papa G. You got to think right if you want to live tight. Anyway, folks, that's all right. I hope you subscribe, like, and share with somebody you know for who you care about. Share it. And be ready for the next. Subscribe and be ready for the next video that the Compost Gardening CEO uploads. You'll be ready. Chomping at the bit for the next Papa G's video. Ready to receive it and ready to subscribe and share it. Make sure you subscribe before you share it so that you don't just share it with someone and then you miss out on the next video that Papa G is uploading in order to keep depression on the run. You got to think right. If you want to live tight, if you want a tight life, you got to think right. You got to think right if you want a tight life. You got to think right if you want a tight life. Think right, folks. Think right. Don't wait until a bad thought hits your mind. Keep it good, full of good thoughts all of the time. I used to be a forklift operator. I was a forklift operator on my last job, and I used to ride around the warehouse, making this saying, quoting this saying, think right, and you get to live tight. I practice thinking right. I'm not just saying that. I used to ride around on my job thinking right when I was working. But now I'm retired. Y'all, if you haven't retired yet, just keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing those days out when you don't want to go. And I admit, it was every day for me that I didn't want to go. But I made it. I made it, y'all. I made it. day after day, time after time, thinking good thoughts on my mind. Granny D says that she know, because a lot of times I would wake up after hitting re-enter, postpone on the video on the clock that was going off. I would hit it several different times, and every now and then I would hit off. That was a mistake. It's a good thing that I didn't live on the edge with my call-in days. I always left myself with an opportunity to call in if I needed to. Or some people say call out. And they really get to the point. Call out. And so I would not keep myself at the end of the rope as far as calling out is concerned. But then I would always have a reserve in the background, just in case. I might do what I did on several days, several times. I would hit that repeat button. Like I was saying before, Granny D says that she can remember the days, remember times when my feet would hit the floor and I would just sit there on the edge of the bed contemplating whether I should go. Most of the time, I did. I pushed that thought back out of the way, and I saved that call out or call in for another day. I always kept a reserve, you guys. You young people who are listening to what I'm saying, I always kept a reserve. Call in, call out. Always. And so I never was all the way to the end of my rope or all the way to the end of the line on my call-out days. I would keep reserves in place. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, people. If you want a tight life, you got to think right, y'all. Papa G will give you a lot of good nuggets, golden nuggets to think right about. That's it. So, don't you know? You got to think right. People, if you want to live tight, there's a lot of golden nuggets in this video, guys. Share it. Like, subscribe, and then share it. After you've liked and subscribed, then share it. You gotta think right if you want to live tight. And Papa G fought through 40 some odd years of fighting to get out the house and go to work. Yep. You gotta think right if you want to live tight. If you want a tight life, you gotta think right. So continue to think right and live tight. Meditate on thinking right and you'll have a tight life. When you think right, you get to live tight. Meditate on things that's right and you'll have a tight life. If you want a tight life, you gotta think right. And when you think right, you have a tight life overall. If you want a tight life, you gotta think right. So think right and live tight. I say overall because I'm not saying that this strategy will always give you something to think about, give you something good to think about. But the more you do it, the more it pays off. So keep thinking right, and you'll keep getting an opportunity to have a tight life. Because, like I said, you got to think right if you want to live tight. Turn it off, Joker. Turn it off. Turn it off.